Hello, I'm Brainerd Carey, and you watched my video before, perhaps you did, about the shamans and the idea of artist as shaman. I got a lot of email about that and a lot of really interesting responses. Some people said that's exactly me, or I see myself as a witch or a warlock or a wizard or a messenger. But essentially the idea that I was discussing was one that I heard from Sue Carlson in describing modernism in itself as not something that's post, modern, but modernism, encompasses everything that includes conceptual art to painting to drawing and sculpture. Anybody who's an artist that has a message, as opposed to religious art, 17th century art, right? It wasn't about the artist's message. Now, contemporary art, modernism, is about what an artist has to say, the message that they may have to give, or the gift they have to offer. If you don't consider it a message, it is a gift, right? So today what I want to say in part 2 of this shaman video series is I want to talk a little bit about what it means to be an artist, have a gift that you present, and what happens when you get disappointed, humiliated, betrayed. There are slings and arrows that all artists face. There are disappointments when people don't write back to you. There's betrayals when a dealer doesn't own up to their initial promise. There's all kinds of ways that people get humiliated or hurt because it's such a precious thing that you have, that artists have in order to give and in order to be shared. So part of what it means to be this kind of messenger is that it's not so much about your work has to be sold, although I think that's important, but it's about your work must be shared, right? You have a gift, you have a message, it must be shared with the world in some form or another. And I recently read that as human beings, we're the only animal that has to kind of complete itself. A lion comes to maturity, they do what all lions do. A human being comes to maturity, and we have to complete ourselves by finding our place in the world, culturally, within our society. And as an artist, as a shaman, if you will, as a messenger, we have to find how it is that we get our voice out there. So again, coming back to the idea of your work as a gift, whether it's abstract work, whether it seems to not have a typical message, or whether it does have a message, it's a gift that could change the world, that could help the world. And on the deepest level, this is the case. You have something to offer. And this isn't about ego. This isn't about, pride or vanity. This is about having a gift that you need to share that's important. So when there are disappointments or humiliations, slings and arrows again of an artist's life, it's that much more painful. And it makes sense that it's more painful because you have something beautiful to share. And instead of the world receiving it, they're rejecting it. So what I'm trying to essentially summarize in this video is that you can expect these kind of things, and it's unfortunate, but it doesn't mean that your gift is any less precious. It doesn't mean that what you have to say is any less precious. And it doesn't mean that it's not important for you to share the art that you have, the gift that you have with the world, because the world needs that. The world needs artists. I believe in the transformational quality of art, and it's absolutely needed in the world. So if you're interested in this kind of video and want to hear more from me, you can use the link below to sign up for my list. And otherwise, I thank you for being interested in this kind of video and this kind of message. I'm also an artist, so I'm relating to this on a number of levels. And if you have comments, I'd love to hear them. The last one got a lot of comments, and I responded to them and will give everyone feedback on them. So thank you again for your interest, and I wish you the greatest ability to share your gift with the world, because it's the most precious thing you have, and the world needs you. We all need you. Thank you.